What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna take a look at the CARABC BMW motorcycle navigator system. This is basically an alternative to the BMW Nav 6 or Nav 5 or the connected ride navigator. People have said that those are kind of pricey for what they give you. We're gonna find out if this is any better. As you can see, this is the box. This is from CARABC, that's the brand. It basically offers you some kind of CarPlay system. I'm hoping this kind of integrates with the bike's vitals as well. That's kind of like a big deal for me. Here's the BMW connected ride navigator system. In comparison, it's kind of it's bigger than the Nav 6 and the Nav 5 that came before it. It is kind of a controversial one because some people don't like it, some people like it because of the price and what you get for it. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna take a look at what we get. Here's some specs, as you can see here. Almost similar to what, physically what this looks like and what it offers. So let's just open it up and see what we get. Nice box, pretty nice box. We have an instructions manual, pictures. See, it's made to integrate with your controls on your BMW motorcycle. Not only the GS has these controls, other bikes that has the navigator cradle has these as well, like the R1250, R1200 RT, those bikes, a lot of touring motorcycles from the BMW has the cradle. So you have some kind of some apps here that actually I don't recall the connected ride navigator has. So what stands out to me is the unit that they gave me is not, basically the instruction is not in English, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's kind of like Spanish or something. So anyways, as you can see there, the main title is in Spanish. So anyways, it doesn't matter. Hopefully the unit has an English language. So let's see here. This already looks bigger than the BMW. Oh yeah, it is. So slightly a little bit bigger. So that's kind of interesting. We have a nice sleeve here. Whoa, so off the bat, as you can see, it's a shiny screen compared to the matte screen. So depends of which one are you a fan of. This could glare. We'll see. We'll see. We'll test it outside. This one, of course, is anti-glare since it's a matte screen. So I wonder if we have to charge this still. So connections on the back is similar. This one has some, I'm not sure what this is for the navigator. Oh, it's the power button. I forgot. So if you manually want to turn this on outside the bike, you press this button. So this one here, does this have it doesn't have a power button outside of the bike. So you have to put it on the bike. So this one here, you can kind of turn it on and use it as if you're walking around and use the GPS that way, you could kind of do it. But this one, it only is for the bike. So let's see what this one does. This is probably the memory card. See if I can open it. All right, so I opened it. So this is a USB outlet right here. So maybe this is to connect it to your computer and you can manage the content of it or maybe update it on the computer. So you have they give you a USB-C cable with that. So that's probably what it is. So you can update some apps. I'm gonna connect it to the bike now because let's just cut to the chase. I'm gonna cut over the video to the bike and I'll give you guys a back-to-back comparison between the Navigator and this CARABC one. Okay, so we are here in the garage. First, I'm gonna show you guys what the BMW connected ride navigator looks like. If you guys don't already know, just in case you guys are interested. I have it locked in here. I think it's locked this way, and then turn it off, and then I'm gonna turn it on. As you can see. See if I can zoom in a little bit. So the BMW one The new one is it's pretty good. I would say it's an improvement compared to the Nav 6 because now it has options to sync rides and like they call it connected ride because basically that's kind of like their goal. Sorry, so this is kind of like a test of the glare as well. So hopefully, yeah, it shows up pretty nice. Okay, so yeah, so the sun is behind me basically. So this is kind of like what you would see in case the sun is behind you. Otherwise, it's really clear. So I'm gonna move the camera right here just so we have a nicer view. So you have navigation. You can control it with the control wheel on the bike. You can control it right here. Navigation. It's a little bit, slow, sluggish, clunky. You can say that. I agree. It's a little bit clunky, slow, but it shows you the vitals of the bike. I kind of like that. That's kind of like a big plus to me. I mean, I'm like a geeky kind of guy. Like, I like data. I like looking at this stuff while I'm riding. You also have control to music. You can basically put a USB stick into a SD card into here, and you can play music through connect this one to your headset, and you can listen to music that way. I don't know who uses that because you can kind of just connect your headset to your phone directly and have music. You can also manage your phone somehow to make calls, but you can also do that on the bike itself already. There's like a lot of redundancy with this BMW connected ride Navigator. And you can store your rides. Connectivity hubs basically for the devices that you have paired with this specifically, like your like let's say like I said, your comms and things like that. You can pair it to there, but you can also pair it to the bike, which is kind of weird. So settings is just standard stuff. You can sign in with your BMW ID in here to sync all your information. That's cool. So now we're gonna switch to the CARABC Navigator and see what this one gives us. Let's see if it clicks in. Let's see. It's a little stiff. Not sure, but it turned on. So this looks like it's properly connected. It was a little stiff, a little bit stiff. So now you can see the glare, right? So if you're looking at it head on, like off camera, if I'm not looking at it through the camera, it's not bad, okay? So this is just basically a real world test to you guys. I don't want to hide anything. So I'm just gonna put this right here so that there's no glare while you're watching this. So right now, let's see. So it turned off because the bike is off. So I turned on for a moment. So I turned the bike on now. Let's see. Okay, CARABC loads up. Okay. So it looks like it's in Euro, like different region settings. So we're gonna fix that up. So I can control it using the wheel. I have switched back to the navigation. Let's see if I can control it. Okay, so I could move around. Let's see. Okay, this is brightness. This thing here is brightness. I can kind of okay. It's a little bit, the controls, it's a little bit different, but it's okay. And then, so spinning the wheel is basically to scroll through these menus, which is kind of, you would think it was like clicking to the right and left would be doing that, but no, it's not. So now you have a USB mode. I don't know why, okay, USB mode. You can format your SD card. I didn't see an SD card slot, did I? I did not. We will check again. A GPS switch, speed unit. Let's see. So yeah, we'll switch to miles per hour in here. Wi-Fi, yes, on. I guess you can connect and sync to your own Wi-Fi. Tire, TPMS. So I wonder how you would pair it. So we will figure out how to pair it. Would you like to clear the paired tire pressure device? I don't know. So we'll see if we have to take a ride first to see if it does any reading. So there's CarPlay. You have options for CarPlay and Android Auto. So if my phone is Android, let's see if so I have to pair. Do I have to pair my phone directly to this? Oh, okay. Okay, so you have to Bluetooth connect from your phone to here to access the apps if you want. I never necessarily do that personally, but you could do that. So basically, you can do a CarPlay action in here with your phone. So instead of accessing your phone through here while you're riding, you can just kind of use your fingers to manage your phone through here, which is kind of nice, a little bit more convenient. So let's see, vitals. Vitals is reading. So you have your lean angle sensor. That's a big plus on the new connected ride Navigator. I like that lean angle sensor. Lean angle sensor there. We have voltage. We have trip. That's front tire pressure. Rear tire pressure is in bar. We have to change that to PSI. Mileage. Remaining mileage to get, I guess, to empty. Date to the date. We have to fix that up. So there's different modes of views as well. So that's kind of nice. You have altitude, which I did not have on the Navigator. We have that's nice. The altitude is actually kind of nice. I like that. So off the bat, you can already see there is more readouts to this. All right, guys. So we are connected through CarPlay, Android Auto on this thing. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a car. So we have Pandora. Like I said, instead of going through your phone, if it's more convenient for you to just touch the GPS unit, then you could do that. Let's see how responsive this is, because usually these things are not responsive. So we have music access to, you have your navigation. It's kind of responsive. Let's see. It lags a little bit. I mean, it's a lot of things to do in this small unit. I don't know if how strong the processor is for this thing, but let's go. Okay, so you have that. You have Pandora. You have your phone. It's pretty responsive to me. So I have all my stuff here. Android Auto. I mean, what else can I say? Let's see. What else? How do we get out of this menu? Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to here. So now you have your Android Auto apps. So you have everything, Android Auto. So if we do, let's say if we exit, you go back to your main screen. So we have a compass on the main thing. How do we change this bar? I want to make sure I can change it. So all right, so I think I have pretty much all my things set. So what is this? GPS switch. I'm not sure what that means. GPS information. Not sure what that means either. I think that's all the settings I could really do. So here's the main view. This is the main view. Just basically exploring this with you guys. It's the first time I've seen it. So here's your gear indicator again. You have ambient temperature. I fixed all the units for me for United States. I have lean angle sensor. Engine temperature is in Fahrenheit now. Trips is in miles, voltage. PSI. I have to ride the bike, I think, a few more times to see if this one will register. I'll report back if it doesn't, but I think since it's connected to the navigation cradle, I don't see why it wouldn't, because it's not really dependent on the unit. It's dependent on the system that's getting the information in, which is this. So it looks like it's gathering all the right parameters from the brain of the motorcycle already. So once I start rolling, I'm sure it's gonna pick up the PSI. I'm not worried about that. The date is there, it's good. Yeah, so you can basically, instead of watching here, you can watch it on the on your GPS. This GPS is bigger too, so yeah. So that's kind of what it is. And let me kind of give you guys kind of, like, you see there's some kind of glare, but in real life it's auto adjusting. So it's auto adjusting. You see that, say it dims like that, so it's auto adjusting itself. I don't know if there's a photo. Yeah, it does. So when it's bright out, it kind of dims itself. When it's dark, it kind of brightens itself, something like that. So it has a photo sensor right here. Earlier, I just tried to confirm it. There's no standalone navigation on this unit just by itself without connecting to your phone. So once it's connected to your phone, it's using kind of like your phone's resources to run Android Auto or CarPlay, to run your maps and things like that. So If that is important to you, that is basically that's the information there. This one on its own will have its own maps. You know, you download the apps, it has its own maps. It's not really great. I mean, it's okay. It's good enough, right? So you can plan, basically you can plan routes and things like that because it has its own maps. There's that. This one is basically Google Maps. So if you have Google Maps, you save some routes on Google Maps, you'll pop up here. And if you know, the way I use Google Maps anyway is I plan my routes, I have links to it. And since you have Android Auto in here, you can just go to your messages, your message yourself or whatever, and click on it and it'll just start loading. So it really, you just have to kind of, you know, find your own groove and how you do things. But for me, you know, right off the bat, I love this thing. I like the functionality of having like car like functionality on my bike. This is kind of nice. So I know there's redundancy between the phone and I can just click through the phone, but since this is a Navigator, it's made for you to be able to work with your fingers while with the gloves on or anything like that. That's kind of like the biggest thing, because sometimes not all my gloves will work on my phone screen, and that's kind of like a very annoying part of it. If you are, you know, what's important to you, if you want like the functionality of the BMW, what it offers, that's really a personal thing. I can't, you know, provide an opinion about that. That's kind of like, you know, it's a personal thing. For me, I kind of prefer this one, the functionality of this, because like I said, I don't have to work on through my phone if I can't use my phone through my gloves, or I have added functionality of accessing like my apps now. So if I go through here, I have added functionality of accessing like my messages. Somebody texts me in the middle of the ride. Like sometimes like it's hard to check, you know, messages and things like that. But here I can do it. So I can just go through my apps and read it through here. I know it's a little bit cumbersome, and I know you're supposed to be concentrated on riding, but if you're in a long distance kind of ride, it's kind of like, you know, if it's sometimes it's a long road, you have time to check. So your wheel, let's see if your wheel still works on this thing. So your wheel doesn't work on the Android Auto portion of this app. So it is what it is, I guess. But here you go. If you guys are wondering, this is a gift from CARABC, and I thank them for sponsoring this video. I just wanted to compare and show you guys, compare and contrast the BMW Connected Ride Navigator versus this one. This is $900, this is $300. It integrates seamlessly to your OEM BMW cradle, gives you Android Auto or CarPlay functionality, and it still retains the telemetry for your motorcycle, which is a big deal. That's kind of like the point of this thing. If you guys have any questions, concerns, let me know on the comments. I'm gonna be testing this in terms of like riding the bike around and see how it works out. Living with it for a while, I'm gonna try to do some day-to-day tasks with it and see how you know, how just usability, right? And then I'll do a part 2, give you guys a follow-up video. It's hard for me to summarize everything in just this one video. This is a first impression basically, and I want to be fair to you guys and let you guys know how is it really. But it's hard to deny it's $300 versus a $900 one right here. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.